America, and we can go to those places and begin to sit down and break bread with our brothers and sisters who catching the same hell as we catching, and in fact, set up corporate structures there where we can basically invest our money where they do the manufacturing, since they're in those manufacturing areas, and export the products back to this country and to other African countries, the African people around the planet. We can do these things, but you must do it within the realms of this beast law. And people say, well, Robert X, they'll just change the law. Fine, because you know what that'll do? That'll make them have to. Exactly.
Yeah.
The way they run their thing is through corporate structures. Again, the Supreme Court just said you really don't have no voice unless you corporate. Now, we've been trying to tell people that that's what's coming. People didn't want to listen. They want to listen to the personalities. Well, I tell you what you do, black people. Keep worshiping personalities. And when you look up, our ass is going to be totally impounded like a car that's been ticketed that has no business in these urban centers. The urban centers are being totally gutted. And tourism, this country is going to be one giant tourist mecca.
Yep. That's what's happening. Thank you, caller.
I hope I answered your question, sisters, but if we don't get our stuff in order here and begin to get systematic about our approach, when you set up your corporate structures, you can set up foundations, credit unions, and all those things to finance anything that you want to do and write it all off on your taxes.
That's right.
That's what they do.
That's right. And just like here in Detroit, they just had a corporation buy out the DMC, the medical hospital. And so it's private owned now. That's everything Detroit is being privatized and taken over by corporate.
Not just Detroit. Chicago's on the verge of collapse. The state of Illinois is on the verge of collapse. Look, here's the thing. This country has been told to remove the middle class and to usher in the dictates of the IMF and the World Bank. That's what's going on here. Again, that's straight out the UN. That process is called structural adjustments, where you basically have to privatize all the municipal valuables, if you will. Roads, police, fire, garbage, all of the infrastructure is being sold, to corporations around the planet. That's the same thing that happened in Mexico. That's the same thing they're getting ready to do in Greece right now, but you see what the people in Greece are doing, And it's all coming from the United Nations, the seat of the beast. That's where he's headquartered. That's where the dirt is coming from. And we don't see it because it's hidden in plain view.
Well, some people in the chat room wanted to know the solution, and you just gave them the solution.
Yeah, and I'll come. Look, I'm so cheap because money ain't my value system, I went to Seattle and didn't charge those brothers nothing. I know they're listening. They'll tell you I didn't charge them a dime. I went all the way from Chicago all the way to Seattle. And see, I have this thing. I know people have to survive. I have to survive too. But you must do things like, let's call it pro bono, for lack of a better word. But you must do things for your people. If you're truly about liberating your people, you must do things for your people to show that you are for your people and not for the dollars. Because our people hurting.
Yeah. No, they're dying. We're really dying here. Yes.
And it's going to take everybody sacrifice a little bit so nobody got to do a lot. So you set up your shares in your corporate structure. And when I go to Detroit on April the 2nd, I'm going to begin the process there. If the people are game, we're going to set up the corporate structure there.
What time